Okay, Escalation League this month starting with 1250. So I'm running my Warbike Star, unit of 30-yard Shooter Boy, some Mutas, and a truck in reserve. Playing against a combination of Grey Knights and Space Marines. So we got a Grey Knight Land Raider with a Master of the Forge, 2 Vindicators, and 2 Las-Plas Razorbacks with Scouts in there, and some Grey Knight Terminators deep striking. You want to try and seize the initiative? No, it's going to be Orcs turn 1. So a very brief turn 1. That's happened when there's only 1,250 points. These guys moved and ran. These guys moved and turbo boosted. Ludas tried to fire on the Vindicator to no effect. So going on to bottom of turn 1. Okay, another quick turn 1. The Terminators failed to come in on the reserve rolls. Everybody shot into these guys. The Scouts tried to run to cover the vehicles. Did 1 wound to the War Boss, and the Pain Boy took a wound on terrain, and then the one bike died. So and 3 Orcs died from a Vindicator shot. Yep. And going on to my turn 2. Okay, so middle turn 2. These boys ran up over here, shooting, wrecked the Las-Plas from the Ludas, and then the bikes charged into the Scouts, wiped them out, and blew up the Vindicator, losing 1 in the explosion. And so going on to turn 2, bottom of turn 2. Okay, bottom of turn 3 over here. These Terminators dropped in. The Librarian failed to come in again by himself. Killed 2 Ludas, but they went to ground. Over here, everybody else shot here and did 1 wound to the Knob and killed a few bikes, but they passed their leadership. So going now on to my turn 3. Okay, so middle turn 3. Bikes got in there, assaulted the Land Raider, did 2 hull points and immobilized it. Those guys got out, wiped out the other Scouts. Over here, these guys marched in and assaulted and killed 2 of them. And that's pretty much all that happened. So going on to bottom of 3. Okay, so bottom turn 3, Librarian still didn't come in. Over here, I killed another one. He killed 3 more guys. Over here, no, I missed completely. Didn't do any damage. The Power Fists didn't do any damage to Land Raider. Shooting at those guys killed a bunch. Then they passed, and they got assaulted by the Master of the Forge, and then they wiped out a bunch of them. So there's only 2 little boys left, but they won that combat. So going on to my turn 4. Okay, so yes, he does. Turn 4. This is turn 4. No, it's turn 3. Turn 4 comes in automatically. So bottom of turn 4, or middle turn 4, these guys wiped out the Terminators. The War Boss finally wiped out the Land Raider. Got 2 hull points and immobilized on the Vindicator with the bikes. And that's it, it happened. So Librarian comes in and bottom of turn 4. Okay, so middle of turn, or bottom of turn 4 going to turn 5. Librarian came in and killed a couple guys, took a Perils, but then rolled a 6, trying to cast Vortex. The Vindicator killed a couple bikes, and the boys got finished off finally. And that was it. So going on to my turn 5. Okay, so bottom of turn 5. On his turn, so on my turn, I went up top first. So those guys charged in. The Knob killed himself on terrain, and the War Boss killed the Vindicator. On his turn, we charged in there, and he killed 1 guy with the Cleansing Flame, and then locked in combat again, killed 1 guy, and that's it. So yeah, going on to you want to roll for turn 6? You want to roll for turn 6? This is bottom of 5. No, we're going to do turn 6. Okay, so into turn 6, opponent wants to keep going. We roll the 5 to go on. The Librarian cast Cleansing Flame again, killed another bike, but then perilled himself off the board. So, and that's after on my turn, I tried to charge into the War Boss and died on Dangerous Terrain. So both Warlords killed themselves. And he said, go ahead and go on and see if I can blow up the last Razorback there. That's the last thing on the board. So going on to turn 7. So into turn 7, it charged in with those last bikes and has 1 hull point on the Razorback, but he was able to tank shock me. Fortunately, I passed, and that was the end of the game. So it was going to be a big victory for the Orcs. I got, I actually even have Linebreaker too. They win. They always win. Win or lose, they always win. That's the Orcs. So all that's left on the board for the Space Marines is that 1 Razorback, 1 hull point left.